This is Daniel Schaefer, founder and COO of Snap Technology. I wanted to tell you a story today about a small company that I went to that has a server, and they're plugging their server into a battery backup, which is good, and I'm glad they're doing that. But the problem that they have, that a lot of companies have, is there is a USB cable that comes with that battery backup that is used to plug into the battery backup and then into the server. The reason for that is so that you can install the battery backup software on the server so that you can configure the server to shut itself down properly when the battery loses power. Having a battery backup only helps you for the length of time that battery will actually stay up. So if you think you're being safe or you think you're doing something great by plugging in the battery backup, you are a little, because you're protecting yourself from the small power outages that happen. But anything that happens an hour, 30 minutes, there's a good chance your server is going to crash anyway. So this same client that had that didn't know, that doesn't think about that, that's trusting their IT guy, had another problem. Their server that they paid for doesn't have RAID configuration in it. It's basically a big PC. What that means is there is no backup within multiple hard drives on the server. The server had hard drives, but every function of every hard drive on the server wasn't protected by the other hard drives. So in essence, his whole company is running on a PC. Additionally, the IT guy had production data running on a USB drive that was plugged into the server. So while we sat there and watched everything and we looked, the backup kicked off in the middle of the day. Well, that's going to kill production. That's going to kill people's ability to access the server. That's going to kill speed. That's going to make productivity slow down tremendously. Well, so we sat there and we looked at other things on the server, and while it ran, it failed. So as we looked, he had no backup. He had nothing. He's got no power backup. He's got no hardware, hard drive redundancy, and there's nothing there that's going to prevent him from crashing sooner or later. A hard drive is just a spinning part, and when it fails, it's going to fail, and it will fail. It's not if, it's when. He's going to be in a mess. So if you don't get anything out of this message but one thing, go back to your server room, look at your battery backup, make sure that your server is plugged into the ports that say battery backup and not the ports that say surge protector. And then look to see if your IT guy plugged in the USB cable or the serial cable from that battery backup to the server. I don't ever want to see that again because it's a mess. Take care. I hope this helps. Go look. It only takes a second.